just like get a glimpse of what life would be like going down that path. Like, how would I feel about where I'm at right now? Like, would I feel like I made the right decision, or I should have done something differently, or was this all a part of who I was supposed to be all along? I think that's the question that I ask myself. Even going to school and everything, I'm like, people get degrees and don't do nothing with them. Like, I definitely have a degree in accounting. I use it just because, everything we do is with money. But I'm like, what if I really would have went and, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. Like, what if I would have spent my time trying to be a doctor? Like, would I even have a kid right now? Like what life would I be living? Would I be sitting here talking to you? Like,
what I do is, have done. Like, I would have these images in my head of, like, me as, like, my higher self.
Yeah.
And this was, like, a lot in prison because I had a lot of time to think.
Yeah.
And smoke weed and just visualize, like, who I want to be. Who is this person?
Yeah.
What is he doing? What he looks like? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get out and be that person.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm all the way there, but me trying to live up to that image in my head, that person, like, when it comes to, like, success, like, weight, everything, like the way I dress, like that picture in my head, like if I could fast forward 3-4 years from now, who is this person? Who is this nigga?
What made you decide that that's the person you want to be? Like, what about it was appealing to you?
Because it's everything that I want to be.
Yeah.
It's who I really want to be. It's if I was to do everything right in life, this is him.
Yeah.
If I didn't have any type of insecurities, if I was like the most confident person,
this is who I would be.
This is who I would be.
Period. So do you feel like when you were manifesting this and, like, in prison, do you feel like you were at a point to where you feel like this is not who I'm supposed to be? And that's what led you to conjure up, okay, so who is this? So what was it?
Me being in prison was just something I had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
It was just something I had to go through in life to get to that point.
Right.
Because prison really made me a man. Like, it just made me. I was moving so fast in life. I never just had time to just sit and think of, like, what I really wanted to be for real. Like, what was my real goals? It was just getting money. Let me get rich. Not having an end goal, not knowing, like, what the fuck do I really want to do with my life? What am I going to do with all this money?
Yeah.
But sitting in prison, being around men, young men, older guys, it helped me kind of, like, fine-tune myself.
Yeah.
Like, hearing other people's stories, like, okay.
Who do you feel like when you were in prison talking to people, who do you feel like was the most impactful? Do you feel like it was the people who had the chance to get out, or the people who were stuck?
People that were stuck. The people that repeated the cycle, that just couldn't get right. Like, oh yeah, this is my second, third bid. And I don't judge them, but it's like, damn, I can't be one of them. Somebody that just can't get right. Yeah. Somebody that just can't get life right. Somebody that's sitting here wasting time because of the choices they made in life. It's like, I got a choice. I can get out here. One nigga told me, he's like, how old you is? I was like, shit, I'm 28. He's like, oh, you got another bid on you. I looked at that nigga like,
what?
I said, no, the fuck I don't. He's like, bro, you too young. He's like, you ain't gonna get it. And that shit always stuck with me, like, nah.
Well, see, them be the pivotal moments and conversations that make you self-check so hard. It's like, I never let you be right.
You feel me? I never come back to this motherfucker like,
never let
I told
you
you so.
Right.
Hell nah.
Those have been some of the most life-changing conversations with me. Like, those are like my aha moments. Where somebody said something to you, you be like, I don't even understand how you gather that with me as a person, but just because you can even configure that in your mind or let that come out your mouth, I gotta make sure I'm not living like that.
Facts.
That should be life changing, man.
Even I told people in prison like the goals that I had for myself, like what I was trying to do, and they couldn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
They would just be like, "What you talking about, bro?"
That is some of the most powerful, like, self-checking, though, to be in a space to where you see a vision for something that nobody else can see.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, like, uncomfortable because I got to really bank on myself. But it's encouraging, too, because it's like, damn, I got something nobody knows about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm doing something that don't none of y'all believe in me, but, look, I'm going to get there.
But I had to realize, like, they're just small-minded.
Yeah.
They from small towns. They not from, like, they don't know anything is possible in life.
Right.
You only know what you know.
Yep.
And it's like, I never tried to be that person. Like, you watch Power?
Yeah.
It was a scene, right, when Ghost went to jail. He was trying to hide who he was.
Oh, yeah.
He was trying to hide who
he didn't want nobody to know he was Ghost.
Right. He didn't want nobody to know. And that's how I felt in prison. Like, I don't really had to come in here and prove who I am for real. Like, I know who I am for real. I know, like, how much money I got. I know who I am as a person. It was just so many people in prison trying to prove themselves. Like, trying to be the flyest nigga in prison. Trying to be the nigga that's, you know, like, trying to feed everybody. Like, I'm trying to be the same nigga I was on the streets. I would do it, like, real subtle. You know, like, I didn't really have to, like, show this person. Because I know who I am as a person. Like, I know, like, people gravitate towards me. Yeah. And if I open up that door, I'm going to have, like, a plethora of friends, you know, like, people, like, that want to. I'm just a nice person. Like, I give.
Yeah.
I find myself motherfucking buying niggas commissary and shit. I was like, what the fuck am I doing this motherfucker? I don't even know these niggas. Let me chill. Like, let me stop making fucking friends.
Yeah.
But I just seen so many people in, like, prison just trying to, like, live up to their name.
And it's crazy because for me, in, like, how you approached it is the way that I feel like people should to avoid repeating the cycle. Like, I feel like if you get into the space of being in prison and you carry on the same way as you were on the street, you never really decipher the difference. Mm-hmm. Like, keeping up, I feel like that's street shit. That shit you do on the outside. Like, if you on the inside, you should be figuring out or constricting how am I going to keep myself out of here.
This is jail. Like,
yes.
I lived below my means. I walked around, like, not giving a fuck. I ain't had to get a haircut. Niggas was getting haircuts every week. Like, what y'all niggas looking nice, pretty for?
Yeah.
I ain't give a fuck. I ain't shaved my head. I ain't give a damn, for real. Yeah. This is prison. I'm in fucking solitary.
Yeah. It's almost like, I don't know if it's how people feel, but it's like, are you proud to be in here?
Right.
Like, when you showing up and stuff, like, I can't speak for anybody. I've never been in prison, but it's like, I wonder what the mindset is. Like, is it just something to do to make you feel normal on the inside?
Right.
Or is it like a genuine, like, I'm so pressed to keep up with this image that I can't let it go, but the image may have been exactly what got you here in the first place.
Some of it was like not trying to lose yourself because they strip so much of you. Everybody looks the same. We all wearing the same shit and trying to, like, stand out or just because you'll lose yourself in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I was so motherfucking strong. I didn't need that. Like, I knew who I was for real. Like,
yeah.
I walk around like not giving a fuck, wrinkle pants, and man, this is jail, bro. This is prison.
This is not a fashion show.
Motherfucking prison, bro.
Yeah.
Prison. I ain't need none of that shit, man. But I needed to go through that.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go through that phase in life to get me where I'm trying to get to.
So, looking at it, what is the most viable thing that you took from that experience that you apply to where you're at now?
Time is precious. Time is the only thing that we have, and we can waste this motherfucking time.
Man, it's the one thing you can't recreate.
No.
It's a moment in time.
Can't buy this shit.
Man.
You can get all the money, but you cannot buy time.
You cannot buy time.
Now you can create more time for yourself, but you can't get that shit back. and I don't want to lose any more time.
Yeah.
I can't go sit there and do another 5 years. All the fucking moments I missed out on life, I can't do it. I can't do it. Time. Sitting there and waiting for time to go by. Some people just sat there and wasted time. Some people just sat there and got high. I made sure I didn't just lose time. Okay, yeah, I wasn't outside, but this time that I got to myself, I'm gonna use it very wisely.
Yes.
Let me read as much as I can. Let me work out as much as I can. Let me recreate myself while I'm in this motherfucker.
Yeah. I think that overall, it's important to be able to do that in life, though. Being able to accept that you can't control every aspect of your life. What you can control is how you make use of your time, though. The people you invite into your space, the words that you exchange, the moments that you spend. I feel like as long as when I die, I can settle in knowing I lived a productive life on whatever that basis is, as long as I know that the moments that I spent, they were meaningful to me. Whatever suited my purpose or what made me happy, as long as I can find peace with that, I think that's when you live a fulfilled life. It's not always about, granted, we want to do great things. We're going to do great things. It's not always about those moments, though. It's really about the exchanges you have, in those moments in time with people. What type of impact did you make by having a conversation? What type of grace did you give, you know what I mean, to yourself when you couldn't control anything? What did you do with that? Did you fall down, you know what I mean, or did you stand up and make something different of it? Even you saying shit, yeah, I'm sitting here waiting on this time to pass, but I'm going to make it count as much as I possibly can. Not going to drive myself crazy that I'm behind this wall, but I'm going to do what I can behind this wall until I'm not behind this wall no more. And I think that that's a mindset thing that is a key component to being successful, really. It's what am I going to do with the control that I do have? Because I can't control everything. But with what I can control, how am I going to make it useful?
Once you realize, clock is ticking. And everybody got their expiration date. So what can you do in between these moments?
Yeah.
How many lives can you change? How many people can you impact? What can I do in this life to be remembered?
I think for me as a person, one of my biggest things is I don't want to be temporary. I want to be legendary. So whatever legacy that I leave behind, I just want it to be impactful. Whether it be breaking a generational cycle for my children, you know what I mean, or for the children's children. For me, it's that legendary impact of standing the test of time. I feel like that's what makes you legendary. I don't want to be a temporary phase of you know what I mean, one generation remembers me. I want to carry on through that, and not just for my family, but for the people who I'm able to encounter throughout my lifetime, to impact them on that level. I feel like that's what makes you a legend. I want to be a person that when you sit and you have a conversation, it doesn't even have to be a mentioning of accolades. It can simply just be a mentioning of impact. Damn, this person was really solid. This is a good person. I had my sister,